Hello and welcome to Spot Hidden, the show where we play Call of Cthulhu. I'm London Carlisle, as you can see in over here, this box, and I'm your keeper of arcane lore for tonight. We have a very spooky tale in store for you, and some great role players who will be engaging with it. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce everyone playing with me tonight. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Dead Border. This is a one shot. This is something from Chaosium's Gateways to Terror here. So in this book, there's all of these like 1 hour scenarios that you can play with your table, and this is one that I really enjoy from this book. So shout out to Chaosium for this. And now that we've done that, I would like to go around and see who we have in the at the table tonight. So let's start with Margaret. Just tell us who you are, where can people find you, and who you're playing tonight.
Ooh, okay, I get to do it all.
Yeah.
Well, I am Margaret Krohn, and you can find me at Margaret Krohn in all the places because that's, hashtag branding or something. I do a lot of things on the internet, a lot of tabletop RPG stuff, so if you're interested in that, come check it out. I'm very excited to play Call of Cthulhu. I have not gotten an opportunity to do so, so I'm very excited. And I also make video games for a living. I'm currently working at Intrepid Studios, and we're making Ashes of Creation, which you can find at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. And today I'll be playing Josephine Summers, who is, well, a film star of sorts, of course. She has short, curly blonde hair, always perfect, and legs for days. Well, at least that's what they say. She is well known for The Clone Adventures, which is a pretty long running show that was a talk show for about 100 episodes and then was then adapted into a film as film became more popular. Um, but some shady business has gone down, and now she is just trying to pick up as many roles as she can as that show plummeted. So that's what's going on. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is not fine. Next up, we have Cynthia. Who are you? Where can people find you? And who are you playing tonight?
Hey, I'm Cynthia Marie. I'm all over the place playing a lot of different games. You may know me as Nellie G on LA by Night, which is a World of Darkness Vampire the Masquerade game. Otherwise, I pop up everywhere else doing one shot to play a lot of Call of Cthulhu on various different channels. So if y'all want to find me, the Twitters at Cindancer or Instagram Cynthia__Marie. But today I am playing Vera Vargas. She is a Cuban woman who is the landlord of the very place that we're going to be playing at, and she has a sweet son Tomas, and she sadly is a widow, lost her husband, is a little sad about that, but there's some other fun little secrets that hopefully I'll sprinkle in a little bit throughout the game. So just excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining for your ultimate demise tonight. Next up, we have Bree. Who are you? Where can people find you? And who are you playing tonight?
Well, hi everyone. My name's Breanna Flaim. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Breanna Flaim. It's my name, pretty straightforward. I am a tabletop streamer, a creative producer over at the Initiative Order, and a cast member on Second Star to the Right. It's a Neverland 5e stream here on Twitch, so you can find us at Second Star Show. But tonight I am going to be playing May Welch. She is just the sweetest, if simplest, best waitress in the entirety of Rhode Island. And that's it.
So sweet, so doomed. Next up, last but not least, we have Nate. Who are you? Where can people find you? And who are you playing tonight?
Hello, Internet. My name's Nathan Ridenour. You can find me mainly on Instagram at dungeonmaster_discussions, where I kind of post just all my nerdy collectible shit that we have laying around the house. You can also find me streaming over on the Initiative Order, where I'm also one of the channel organizers, and I have an upcoming campaign starting up this coming Sunday, so keep an eye out for that. Really excited for that. Today, I'm going to be playing the investigative journalist Alan Shuman, born and raised in Salem, Oregon, growing up thinking that this was the place where the witch trials were held, Unfortunately, after becoming an adult, he realized he was on the wrong side of the country and has moved his way over to Rhode Island to try to chase down the truth behind this story, and currently finds himself in Providence with these other lovely individuals. And I'm very excited to see where this goes tonight. Thank you for having me in London.
Of course. Thank you for joining up. Thank you for going on this wonderfully. This will be a dark tale. Your characters are all in trouble. The title of this adventure is The Dead Border. Now, you are all boarders. Does this title refer to you? Why don't we find out? The year is 1931. As you mentioned, you all live in Providence, Rhode Island, in Ma Shanks's boarding house. Times are tough. We're in the middle of the Great Depression right now, and everyone is dealing with the throes of this tumultuous time. Whether you were a film star or radio star, jobs are hard to come by now. Whether you were, toasting the town with the biggest celebrities of the time in the 20s, it's the 30s now, and it's a different story. Times aren't tough just for, immigrants coming over from other places, but for longtime residents of Providence, Rhode Island as well. People are getting any work that they can. Sometimes no work. But in Ma Shanks, it is a nice, inviting place. It's a place to lay your heads, and it's headed up by a very well-known landlord here, Vera Vargas. Now, Vera is someone that you can always come to with concerns. There's a big concern. It's a close-knit house, but one of these boarders hasn't been seen in 2 days. Now, the three of you, Josephine, May, and Alan, are concerned for this person, James Gardiner's, well-being. And you've all come to Vera Vargas's sort of third-floor room here where she lives with her son, Tomas, to express your concerns, to get inside this place. Now, you all might have your own individual connections to Mr. Gardiner, but you have to get inside for this. And for that, Vera, you find Josephine, May, and Alan in your smallish room here at Ma Shanks boarding house. The nice, sort of ornate carpet is there, furnished to you by Ma Shanks herself. Please, tell us a little bit about what they see around you. What is your apartment like?
So apartment is, it's a 30, so she can't afford too much lavish items, but there are some really nice lamps. There's a gorgeous carpet. There's kind of that emerald green velvet couch. But other than that, it's a fairly clean, clear, white walls. Maybe a little bit of wood. You see a bookshelf with a lot of Spanish books and a lot of how to speak English books. There's coffee scent kind of ruminating through the room. She always has a pot of coffee. She's Cuban after all. So lots of Cuban coffee hanging out. No tea. And probably some, there's a little bit of bar cart that has maybe 3 bottles that are at varying places of her drinking or people drinking at her house. So yeah, it's furnished, but it's not lavish by any means.
Right. That roasted coffee smell filters through all of your noses as it was the first thing you notice before stepping into the threshold of the Vargas household. Across from you sits Alan, May, and Josephine, and they all would like to get into the room. What would you like to do, all of you?
As far should we just RP it out?
Yeah.
Look, Vera, I know that you probably don't want to just allow anyone into the room, but it's been ages since I've seen him, and he usually takes out the trash for me. I don't want to do that myself.
I don't. Can you explain that one more time? He takes the trash
He takes
out for you.
my trash, and I don't. That is not something I will ever be seen doing.
It just out of curiosity, you have two hands, no?
Yes.
So
They're
why is
very
it that you
beautiful
cannot
hands,
take out your
actually.
own trash?
No.
Do you pay him? I'm just curious
No.
about what's happening in the building.
No, why would I pay him to do that?
Because he is providing a service for you.
Oh, I never saw it that way.
Miss Summers, could I offer you a cup of coffee?
How about some tea?
She takes off her shoe.
I'm gonna be the character you all hate, but love.
I'm just gonna like slap the shoe against her hand. For those of you in the audience, chancla. I don't serve tea. What is this tea? This is just that water. No, you drink coffee in my house.
Better yet, no, I won't have anything. I'll be fine.
Would you like some water?
She looks over at like your kitchen and then she kind of like shakes her head. I'm fine.
Suit yourself.
Ms. Vargas, I agree that the trash is an interesting concern, but I'm very concerned about Mr. Gardiner. He's always been very polite, and I haven't seen him at the diner in a few days now. He's always there, and I mean, it's kind of odd. And to be honest, all the other customers have not been very nice as of late, but he always comes by and he always has a smile. So I just find this concerning. Mr. Shuman, don't you find that odd?
I mean, I find a lot of this area a bit odd. I mean, no offense, Miss Summers, but you seem like an odd character yourself. Just straight up
Would not
forcing a man to
consider
take
myself
out your
odd.
garbage, that seems a little
I didn't force him to do anything. He always lurks about.
if you say so. I mean, I agree with you, Miss Welch. I mean, he was always just such a kind-hearted gentleman, would go out of his way for anybody. And Miss Vargas, I think what Miss Summers meant to say is we're all a bit concerned for his health and safety, and we all would just very much like to check in on him if that's okay.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
So close, so close.
I agree. I think we should probably take a look. Tomas?
See, Mama.
Where did you put the key? And we speak English here. No Spanish.
Yes. The key. I just had it. Did I? I'll be right back. As you see him like bolt away into another room. You can hear the doo, 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 doo of his feet, heading out.
I apologize for the Spanish. We are trying our best to speak your language.
No need to apologize at all.
It's
I can
quite
only
right.
imagine what it's like learning a second language. I only know the one.
You hear footsteps again as he comes back with a key. You see this like ring of keys, and he just dangles it in front of you. It has several keys on it. You can all guess keys to all of your places and also to Gardiner's place. Before we move forward, I would like to ask for the first roll of the game from May. Please give me an education roll.
Ooh, May.
You had to choose education.
Oh no.
Oh, I was so close. No, it's a failure.
Starting off well.
Of course, in Call of Cthulhu, you can spend luck if you would like to. That's 1 point if you would like to, but no pressure.
Whoa, how many luck do I have right now? It's been a moment since I've played. Wow. You know what? Yes, I will spend 1 luck point to do that. I didn't mean to click luck.
Awesome, no problem. Cool. So something that May would know from her job as a waitress, you mentioned that Gardiner comes in, he's always happy, always smiling. And you also mentioned that he's not as nice as the other people that come in. You would know that some of the last times that you saw him, he was talking with some of these more... The only way I can describe them is more sort of organized crime figures that you would guess. People with connections to sort of the underbelly of Providence. He's just as nice to them as something you would know. So Tomas hands you the key. The key.
Thank you. All right.
Yes.
I suppose we should probably go check on Mr. Gardner. Has anyone knocked on his door lately?
No.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't even think about doing that.
Right. Well, if you are all concerned with his well-being, then come with me, and we'll try knocking on his door first before we decide to barge in.
Perfect.
Okay,
So-
so heading out.
Yes. So Gardiner's place is on the same floor as your apartment, Vera. We're on the 3rd floor here. Basically, you have to go right outside, right down the hall, and then there is Gardiner's place. The door, the dark wooden door, stands there before you. Across the hall from that is there's another resident here with you all. So Moss Shanks's place is up here. Your place is up here. Gardiner's place. And there is a young widow who also lives up here as well. But the door stands in front of you. The keys are in your hand. What do you do?
I'm going to knock on the door, a very familiar knock that he knows. Let me see if I get an answer.
It's quiet. No answer.
Vera kind of puts her hand up against the door and kind of puts her forehead. She's kind of forlorn, so she kind of closes her eyes and like listens in and tries to see if she can hear anything that's going on in there, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Listen roll, please.
I forgot that's a stat. Skills. Doop doop boop boop. There it is. Ooh.
Success. 20 versus 20. Awesome. So as you're listening there, your head pressed against the door there, you know without a doubt, it's eerily quiet in here. There's no movement currently within the room. You know every creak of the floorboards in this place. This is your place, you know? It's not happening.
Does anybody else want to try?
To knock on the door. You just did it.
Alan will just kind of shove his way through and just loudly bang on the door and just start yelling, "Mr. Gardiner!"
Go, 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 go.
Do you really think that's necessary?
Should I be louder?
Maybe.
So as you're pounding on this door, just give me a strength roll really quick.
Oh, boy. 80 versus 50. Hard 50.
Okay, cool. So you can feel the sting of your hand here. These are heavy doors that Vera has just had replaced recently. So these are some sort of the repairs that need to be done, and you can feel the throbbing of your hand there. But again, no answer, even with that sound echoing throughout Moss Shanks' boarding house.
That's a good wood choice on the doors there.
Thank you. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna put the key in. Unlock the door.
You unlock the door, and the door is slowly opened. What hits your nose is the lingering smell of candles. Not fresh candles or anything, but that moment when you blow out a candle, when you smell that burnt scent that rises through the air. There's also something sickly, sweet, and copper-like that mixes in with that burnt smell. And before you, illuminated by the bright lights that are coming from outside, it's about 11:15, I would say, a.m. here. Those bright lights are giving you this perfect view of a grisly scene, of a body. I'm going to show you a little map here so you can see exactly what this is here. Share that to everyone. You see this corpse lying on this tarp stretched out on the floor. You can see the blood. Lots of blood. This man and the clothing on him is covered in it. It's almost like he was like in a kneeling position and then fell over. His tweed coat, brown sweater vest. It's recognizable as Mr. Gardiner. This is something that he always wears to your diner, May. What do you do?
Vera rushes over and picks up his body and starts crying and holding on to him.
Normally you don't touch those things. What is this thing?
What is wrong with you? He's dead.
Yes, and the officers will probably think that you killed him if his blood is all over you.
I don't care right now. I just what happened? Is she gonna try to look around to see if there's like maybe it was self-inflicted? What like any sort of evidence that would point to either self-inflicted or not?
Right. Before we get to that, I would like a sanity roll from everyone from seeing this grisly scene. And as that's happening, you can hear.
Just click the sanity button.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I find sanity right now?
How did I
Oh, there it is.
I have such a high sanity.
Oh,
I got a 36 versus 60 success.
okay.
Okay, well, that's gonna change how she's acting.
All right, everybody else, what'd you get?
Says.
Okay, 2 successes and 2 failures there. Great. If you failed, you're going to lose 1 sanity point, and if you succeeded, you're also going to lose 1 sanity point. As this just sort of just messing with your mind. It's that initial shock, and very sort of quickly, almost like he's trying to sneak, but not really. He's not really successful with it as his body is growing and he's more clumsy than usual. Tomas is coming down the hall. Is everything okay? Can I come in?
Oh, Tomas! Oh my goodness! Mr. Gardiner is dead.
Do I call the police? What should I do?
Yes, call the police. Say that we found him.
Okay. Yes, I'll be right back. And he runs down the hall. You hear his feet again. Now, as you wanted to sort of get a look around as you pick up Gardiner, you can see that there is this deep cut, sort of freshly made, around that, like the back of the head, almost like a spiral, like that. The clothes are blood-soaked now. Your hands are as well. But you can see some strange marks on his chest as well. Some of this blood is dry, though, suggesting, it took place some days ago. This is what you see. No roll required.
I don't understand. The blood is it's all dry. Look, it's flaking off.
Why are you touching it?
Ms. Vargas and May would like to try to look around to find like a cloth or something to hand for her, maybe to clean off her hands.
Oh yeah. You should be able to find one of those pretty easily. Just in like a sort of like a small, just like table over here. There's like a loose handkerchief that you're able to give and do that.
Here, Ms. Vargas.
Thank you.
And Alan will kind of reach down into this kind of beat up leather messenger bag that he has. He's going to pull out a camera and just start snapping photos of the of where the body was at. I'll do my best to not get Miss Vargas in the photo. It's like, I really hate to be that guy, but could you just set him back down for a moment?
Is this really a time to be taking photos? What are you, some kind of creep?
You were just talking about preserving a crime scene. I think that's what Mr. Sherman...
Yeah, for the officers, like police people, to come and deal with it.
Back over on the West Coast, I helped some officers with a couple investigations. I've taken photos of crime scenes before.
Are none of you as freaking out as much as me? Like, why are you touching things?
'Cause he's dead! And she just starts like crying.
Oh, you see what you do.
May is going to go over to the door and, cognizant of the fact that there's a young boy walking around, is going to close the door, just so not as many people see.
And that door closes very easily. There. Yes.
Well, what should we do?
Well, Tomas is calling the authorities. So should we wait?
You said, Keeper, that there was like a deep cut and a spiral on the back of his neck, correct?
Oh, yes. Yes. And if you would like to,
Okay.
examine that a little further, anybody can give me first aid rolls.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Alan would like to look for the blade specifically around the room.
Spot hidden.
Oh,
He did it. He said the name of the stream.
he did.
Oh, he said it. So here in the middle of the room is the dead boarder. He said it. No.
That's a 93 versus 70 fail.
Gotcha. Looking around, you aren't able to really see the weapon itself.
Now, was there also a window in this room that we saw?
Yeah, so there is a window, and the light is, still coming through it here.
Was the window open or shut when we walked in?
Shut.
Okay.
And that's another thing. That leads me to like the next thing. It's kind of like stuffy in here. It's the middle of the summer, right? It's hot. The sun is beating in here, and it just makes everything, very even closer than it already is. That's how it feels.
All right.
And he's wearing shoes, right?
Yes.
In the bed? Okay.
Yeah. So he's right on that tarp in the middle of the room. He's wearing shoes. He's wearing his normal outfit and everything, just lying there. If anybody else would like to give me a spot hidden, you can too. Was that Alan?
I'm sorry. Does this tarp look like it's part of the regular decor, or does it look like somebody threw this down?
They threw it down right on top of the that nice rug that's underneath.
Okay, so somebody's into preserving rugs, at least. We know that much.
I failed my spot hidden roll.
Me too.
May had a hard success on spot hidden.
May.
Very nice.
What you see that Alan missed, as Vera initially moved the body, something had sort of fell out from under him. Now it's tucked under, like sort of where his knee is. But there, you have this this knife. It's like this dark, weird-looking knife, just lying there now. You see the glint of the sunlight on it, there on the ground.
Oh, Mr. Shuman, you almost stepped on the knife right there. I think that's it, and she'll point and openly indicate where it's at.
Oh. Now, where did you come from? And I'll snap a picture of the knife where it's currently lying.
Why would a person murder him and then leave the murder weapon?
Well, whoever did this really cared about this rug that's underneath the body. Otherwise, why else would they throw down this tarp?
Well, why wouldn't you just take the rug?
Are we certain the rug has anything to do with it?
I'm not letting go of this rug thing. Is there a rug store in the area that we're aware of?
Yeah, you can give me this would be a education. You've been in the area for a little while now.
26 versus 80, hard success.
There are actually like 3 nice rug stores around that you would know. So rugs, and more rugs, Billy's Rugs, and the Rug Shop with 2 P's and an E.
You see that? We got 3 suspects right there.
For the rug. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm maybe being dramatic about things, but I just started thinking about the last few times I've seen Mr. Gardiner in the diner, and he had some unsavory company with him.
He's not that
his
type.
crime.
What kind of company? Was it another woman?
Oh no! Some gentlemen were with him, but they looked like crime gangs, organized crime. And they seem to be like, I don't know, actually kind of chummy with one another.
She like drops the body.
Whoosh.
Thank you. Snap a picture.
Well, do you know what their names are?
Keeper, would I have any recollection of names?
Let's give a luck roll to see if anybody gave you a name.
Do they own a rug store?
Perhaps.
Oh my goodness.
Billy's Rugs.
Watch, their name's Billy. Rugs.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So I actually have a 29 in luck, but it was a 4. 29.
Dude, May is like hard carry.
So you're the type
I'm like
of
the most useless. I fail.
No. So, you take your job seriously. You really like to engage with the clientele that comes in. So Jimmy, right? You know Jimmy. You know George. You even know Steven. Steven talks really fast. Steven talks pretty quick. You know those. No Billy.
So the last few people I've seen them in there with were a Jimmy, George, and Steven. Jimmy likes black coffee, George mainly pancakes guy, and Steven really doesn't eat, he just talks really fast.
Older, younger, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so they're all kind of older gentlemen, I would say.
And you're sure they're not just friends of Mr. Gardiner?
Oh, I mean, they may be friends, but they don't. I mean, my daddy always says you are the company you keep, and they're not the best company.
Fair enough. Now, how did this individual get into this room?
The
Keeper,
door's
may I
locked,
take a
right?
look at the door?
Oh, yeah. Spot hidden. And I'll take a spot hidden from Josephine as well.
Oh, God. 98 versus 70 failure.
Okay.
Woof.
I fail again.
Okay,
She's
great.
really distracted by all the blood that's everywhere and trying
Gotcha.
to touch anything.
I hear you.
Kind of grossed out about it.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
give you something else though, Josephine. It's almost as if you see something from one of your movie sets. Almost as if you see a prop that's there, right? There is this piece of paper tucked right next to one of the candles that you spy. It looks like something from your film that was dealing with sort of like the magical and the occult. It was very very popular in some circles. But this is what this reminds you of, and you find this, and I'll show all of you exactly what this is here.
Over there by the candle, there's something. It kind of looks like something I've seen before.
Ooh.
Do we see it too, or
If she
I've seen
passes
ones
it
that
around,
went
yeah.
out, yeah.
this is not Spanish? This looks like a different language.
My reading's never been the best, but I can't read that. No.
What does it look? Do
Keep-
any of us
keep her-
recognize?
Keep it real
Language?
quick.
Mhm.
As someone who speaks and reads Spanish, and those are the romantic languages, I would understand that it's not French, it's not Italian, and it's not Spanish. Could I take an educated guess and maybe think that it looks a little European, maybe a little bit Mediterranean looking?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is this is not one of the other languages like French or Italian? But it these are not the words that I would understand, if that makes sense.
Well, does anyone understand it?
And Keeper, I actually should have asked, do I understand it?
To me, this looks Greek.
Okay, this looks Greek. Okay. And I think actually, and if you'll give her the note, she'll kind of look at it a bit closer. I think this is Greek.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, Summers pointed it out, but she did not touch it.
It's been a bit. I'm rusty, but I'm fairly certain this is Greek. It may just take a minute. I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, so a
And
Greek
she'll,
roll.
yay!
Your language.
Oh no, it's a failure. 61 to
Oh.
25.
Okay. As you're looking at it, the Greek that you've picked up working in the diner, your boss is actually a Greek immigrant. So you're able to sort of pick up some of the things just working there. None of that helps you with this as you're looking at it. If anybody would like to give me an occult roll,
I'll do
maybe
that.
that'll help out.
I could try.
Nope. I'm just nope. Can't.
Just kidding, me either.
Try. Nope.
Ooh.
Definitely not.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, failures all around.
So close,
Oh
so
my gosh,
close.
so bad.
But yeah, it's just this really bloodstained piece of paper here with some Greek writing on it. What it says, who knows? But it's also almost like, still even more crumbly now that the blood has sort of seeped through this paper and it's dried there, ingrained in the very paper itself.
Oh. And May will set the paper down wherever is best, closest to her, and start wiping off her hand.
Well, that's unfortunate. See, like in episode 22 of season 4 of the Clone Adventures, there was totally a letter like this, and it gave a clue as to who was the murderer
I'm sorry, what did
of
you
the
say?
alien race subspecies. What?
Is this on the radio?
It was that was the TV episode, but they did do a radio show first.
Yeah, do I understand your voice, not with the way you look?
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, as we don't have the luxury of affording a TV like some folk.
Understandable.
Were there any
Anyways.
other in that episode, Miss Summers? Were there any other hints that were given or clues that you found?
Well, my character kind of she starts like walking around the room and like kind of investigating and acting out how she would investigate the room. And she's like, I don't know what I see, if I can like look around at anything.
Okay, let me see here. I'm looking for something. I was trying to see if you had anything like acting or anything on your.
I do have acting.
You do? Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. So give me that roll, please.
Okay. Hard success. I succeeded at something. I'm an actress and I can act. That's at least a good thing, right?
So it's almost like your psyche just goes back to you being on that set. The heat of the lights are on you, and all the eyes off stage are on you.
Yeah, she kind of like puts her hand up in the air and then puts it down and puts her head down. And then she comes back up and she's just like a whole new person. And she starts like looking around and examining things and kind of investigating the body and seeing if there's anything odd about it.
As you investigate the body, you see the face of one of your co-stars there in his seminal role as the lead clone. Now, the lead clone is not actually a clone. He's the one that all the clones come from. But he had a dual personality. He was one person, and then he was another. You just remember your scenes with him and the twists and turns of this story. Two people in one. This is what this reminds you of, and this body almost seems to just mirror the final scene once the lead clone was vanquished. Those two people in one becoming none. That's what I'll give you. That's the connection and the clue that I'll give you.
Yeah, she relays this and then at the end she's like, when two people become one. And then she bows. like as she's done with acting out a scene.
What just happened?
When two people become one, like
Marriage?
yeah, I was thinking marriage too.
It was less of a marriage, more of like a split personality.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this kind of fits in. I mean, we all thought he was one thing, and then he's over there talking to some shady people inside of your restaurant.
Yeah, I guess that was happening.
Now on
Now-
this, sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, no, she was just gonna look kind of over at the body and just kind of trail off in that sense.
Yeah.
There's a book over on that table and a lamp. Does it look like a journal or something?
Yeah, so you can go over and check it out. Yes, you can see on this little map that I have here for you. There's different things in all corners of the room. If there's anything that catches your eye, please feel free to go and check that out, you know?
She has like gloves on, so she's just gonna pick it up and like look at it.
Okay, yeah. So you
1930s, people wore gloves all the time.
Yeah. So you go over to this book here, and you can see that purple book, like the dark purple cover on it. In gold lettering, it says "The Dreamer's Dictionary," right there next to the bed. There's also this small corked bottle. It's like a little vial. It has like this little off-white powder that's in there right next to the book.
Do I recognize the powder?
You can give me first aid, a medicine, or a hard education roll.
All right, I'll do. Where's education at on here?
It's at the very top. It's one of your characteristics, up near strength, dex.
Oh.
You see that?
Yeah, I'll do education.
Yep.
Failed.
And you failed by 3
Just a really
points.
pretty face, okay?
Oh yeah. So
that's the one thing I got going for me. So she doesn't know what the powder is, so she just kind of just hands it to somebody, like whoever is nearest to her. She just hands it to you, and then she's gonna open the book and look if there's any like notes in the dream book or like something that's highlighted.
yeah. So your
She
page
actually has one of these because has weird dreams personally as well. So
What was it that you handed off again? Was the powder?
it's like a vial with like white powder.
I'm gonna say I'm closest to her, and I kind of like grab it. Keeper,
Yeah.
I have an interesting little note that says generate luck. I'm hoping to investigate this lovely little vial, and I'm curious if I can generate some luck with that.
Let's see. Oh yeah. So that's just like forgetting your luck score. It looks like you didn't put it in. So
Cool.
yeah. So yeah. So 3d6. Yeah. That and then times 5 is your luck. Want to do that now?
Oh, I don't. Cute. Oh, yeah, that's great. I don't know how to edit that. Let's edit that real time. London, help me out here.
Let's do it. So 3d6.
Maybe. Who has D6s with them, guys? Right,
You
1,
can
2.
roll it in chat. Also, you can do
Yeah.
/r space 3d6.
Oh hey, those are nice
That works
too. That kind of matches the fit.
15.
Okay, 15.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, so 15 times 5. Your luck is 75. Lots of luck to spend.
That's
Got
nice.
it.
So give me, if you want to identify the powder, again,
Yeah.
that'd be an education, first aid, or medicine.
Education, first aid, or medicine.
And Josephine, looking through the book, there's nothing highlighted or anything. It's just, sort of a dream dictionary, as the title says, just with different interpretations of different dreams.
Okay. Is there any like pattern with the dreams? Or is it just like a variety?
It's a variety of all sorts of things. A success.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you investigate this bottle of the white powder?
Well,
She drinks it. No.
no, I mean close. I was actually gonna like sniff it, like very, very with the nose sense right now. So I was just kind of like looking at it, kind of like sniff to see if it's anything that she recognizes. Because you had mentioned something about candle, like somebody had blown out candles and maybe some sort of like incense. So I'm trying to like relate the scent, maybe.
Yeah. So as you're going in for a scent, like you're going to do that, but then like your eye really registers it, sort of uncorking it and getting even closer to it. It's just cocaine.
Okay. That's what I thought it was originally, but I wasn't sure. Like, out of character.
This is something that I've seen my cousins procure.
And what is it?
It is a natural sedative that enhances your senses and also makes it feel like you have a little bit of a sore throat sometimes.
What is it used for? Like, does he have some kind of disease?
Don't think this is something that is used for disease, but more of a spectator sport.
Spectator sport.
Recreational.
Oh, okay. I think I know what that is. Yeah. My brother has a real affinity, I guess my dad would say.
Yes,
A lot of actresses use it to, well, keep slim.
Meanwhile, May and Alan. What catches your eye in this room, if anything?
Alan wants to go take a look at that chair in the corner.
Okay.
And
It's faced the other
Alan
way.
kind of
It's weird.
walks over to it, kind of running his hand along the back of it before walking around. And Alan's just going to take a seat in it.
Oh yeah, as you take a seat in it, it's like your butt sinks down like even further than you can imagine. It's like almost like the cushion right under your, like right where you sit has just been like sat upon multiple times as it sinks down. It's an old chair, but you can tell it's been heavily used as you sink in it, almost like you're almost like in a bucket. You know what I mean? With your legs sticking out over the top and your arms up here. That's what it feels like as you sit in this chair.
Cozy. May, could you give me a hand?
Oh, are you stuck, mister? Sure. And she'll help him up. She was going to be heading over to that desk that's right nearby that chair anyways. So I guess on the way she'll help get him.
Gotcha. Let's pull up that desk. I deleted the picture. I just need to take a look at it again. Oh yeah, so the one right over next to. Oh, got you. That long table over there, by the door. So you can see that it has like pens, paper, and everything on top of it. A man's hat like sits right there on the corner of the table, right next to the door. You can imagine him taking it off and putting it down there. But you see a note from about 7 days ago. It's someone inquiring. It's a Mr. Smith inquiring if some business ledgers have been finished. There's another letter from Gardiner's bank manager in Scotland regarding some dwindling accounts under Gardiner's name. And there's also just a ton of other just unopened letters that are piled up there. You even see letters from even Stephen and George, those mobsters from the diner, just unattended to, but they all concern business, money.
I don't. Do any of you happen to know who a Mr. Smith is? Does that name strike a bell?
Is it familiar?
No role required. It's no one that you would really know. It's kind of generic.
Could this be an alias for George or Tim or Tom or whoever the other guys were?
Esteban.
Oh, like Stephen, Jimmy, or George? I mean, and she'll start going through some of the other notes and well, these are from them and they didn't use an alias on them. I don't. but it might be
Well,
one of
maybe
them.
those are already aliases.
And Keeper, you said that there was like a widow that also lived nearby this area, correct?
Yeah, just just right down the hall. Yeah, Mrs. Madeira.
Mrs.
She's
All
like
right.
20, 27, 28. Lost her husband. You would all know this in a factory accident not too long ago, back in March.
Might go pay her a visit, if you don't mind.
I was actually thinking the same, so I think I might follow you.
All right.
Vera and Alan, you set out the door, opening it. You can hear Tomas in the other room in your apartment there, making a phone call to the police for them to arrive here. But you pass your door, and you go over to Mrs. Madeira's apartment. The door is there. After knocking, in a few seconds, Mrs. Madeira comes to the door. What you see is her face obscured by this heavy black veil. Just the faintest bits of the features of her face can be seen, as she's also dressed in all black. What you see is her hands around the side of the door and her head that just peeks out. What do you want?
Just a moment of your time,
No,
if it's not too much trouble.
no, I was talking to Vera.
Fair enough.
I apologize for bothering you. What's with the veil? Are you at your husband's funeral? Did you just come back from that?
It was months ago. I'm just still very upset. At night, all I can do is cry. I try to sleep, but I'm just awoken from the typewriter coming from Alan's apartment. I can't get any sleep.
How close is her hands on the door?
Mhm.
Can I do I want to do some sort of investigation to look at her hands or her nails to see if there's any blood there.
Oh, nice. Spot hidden.
Please work. Can I push luck? Yeah, no, that's too far away.
You can push the roll, yeah, so you can re-roll and see what happens.
Yeah, okay. How do I do that on here?
Just re-roll. Just re-roll your spot hidden. If you fail,
Success.
Cool. Just as she's about to pull her hands back away, it's almost as if her hands go down and into yours. Don't you understand? It's so hard living without him. I loved him so very much.
Absolutely, darling. I understand very much. But you see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel once you come to the other side of your grieving. But during grieving, sometimes you lose a little bit of your marbles, no? So the typing, did that aggravate you at some point? I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
She nods, and you have her hands in your hands now. Looking down, you can see that these hands are completely free of any sort of blood traces. Even then, they might even still be tear-stained from all of the wiping away.
Mm-hmm.
But with your words there, she kind of softens and turns to Alan. I'm sorry. I was just very frustrated. I please accept my apology.
No need to apologize at all. You're going through quite a bit. I can keep my typing to regular hours of the day, if that helps.
Thank you. I mean, I know you're a journalist. I know that you're trying to survive during these times like everyone else is with your writing. My husband was a writer.
Anything I might be familiar with?
No, he worked in the factory by day, and at night he would just write these little short stories. He was a big fan of the pulps, and he really liked that clone radio show, you know. He always talked about it. Excuse me. I'm sorry to keep going on, but and she now just kind of removes the veil so you can see her face clearer. You know, it's just a young lady, about like 27. These big sort of hazel eyes. They look at you, and the tears stains still down on her cheeks. Is there something I can help you with? I know the rent's not due yet.
No, you're fine. I was just curious as to your well-being, as well as Alan here. Alan, was there any specific questions you wanted to ask Miss Madera?
Well, it's just that last night I heard what I thought could be, well, it could have been last night, it could have been a few nights ago. It sounded like multiple footsteps late at night. Just curious if you had heard anything like that recently.
Footsteps. I don't recall any footsteps. The only thing that I heard was, there was some singing coming from Gardiner's apartment the other night, other than your typewriter, but that was it. Just some singing.
Just saying.
I mean, it sounded like his voice, but it was just like strange and no song I'd ever heard. But that's the only thing I've heard these past few nights.
Singing, is it, could you maybe describe what kind of music you heard? Was it jazz music, or was it more chanting? Was it more choir sounding?
It was a cappella, but it wasn't in English.
Did it sound Greek by chance?
Perhaps yes. As a matter of fact, that's a very good, probably guess. I guess you heard it as well. No?
I heard something going on that night.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think he might have taken an early retirement or something. He doesn't really leave too much. He takes out. I'm not sure of her name. She's newer, but he takes out her trash every once in a while, and then just goes back inside. That's all.
Well, sorry for bothering you. Thank you so much for your time. Miss Vargas, was there anything else?
No, that's all I needed to know. I hope that you feel better, and of course my door is always open should you need to talk.
Thank you. I smell the coffee every morning. I would love to share a cup with you.
Anytime.
As this is all going on, what's Josephine and May doing back in the room? Is there anything else you'd like to check out?
I'll look in the wardrobe. That's a wardrobe, right?
Oh yeah, that is.
I mean, I feel like that's very something Josephine would care about.
Inside the wardrobe, Narnia. That's Mr. Tumnus. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That is not. What happens as you open the wardrobe? You just see some clothes, shoes. But there's a box, like this wooden box, probably like 12 by 8 by 6. It's locked. There's no really way to get in unless you try to, wedge that open. But that's the only thing you see in here, other than the clothes and shoes that are pretty normal.
Well, he has terrible fashion sense. I mean, he could probably do with a couple of different colors here too. But have you seen a key? She's like holding a box.
May would have just been kind of going through those letters and notes that she'd found, setting them aside and pulling open any like these, I think, cabinets or any drawers. Did she come across a key at any time?
Okay, yeah. So give me spot hidden rolls, you two.
Okay. Nope.
Oh, no.
Not in my future. I'm going to fill all of this.
Yeah, there's no keys that you can see. You could also try locksmith to try to open this up. A strength roll if you want to just like bust it open, or you can just stick it back inside.
I'll try to like strength. Try to take it open.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Just curious enough. Nope.
You're trying to get your fingers in there and rip that open. No, it's not budging. Strong.
I can't open it. You want to try?
I'm sure I can try, and she'll May will hold it and kind of like look at it, reassess it. Would she be able to try also opening it by sheer force?
Yeah, strength.
Okay.
What if we use like one of the little knives or something?
Ooh,
A
are there,
murder
like,
weapon.
like the knife or letter openers, if there's any here?
That-
I haven't even thought to look for that.
That knife is still there.
I feel like that could go poorly. But,
Probably.
just like take the sleeves on her blouse and just try to get a grip on the edge. Ooh, a
Nice.
success.
Seriously, May, hard carry.
As you're getting a grip on that edge, and it opens up. Inside, there is about $128. That's quite a lot of money. There's a sewing kit and some personal grooming items inside. Also, in this small box, there is a .32 revolver loaded with 6 bullets.
Oh wow. And after having like kind of held it in her hand, she'll kind of lower it down so Miss Summers can also see.
38
That's-
revolver, that makes sense.
That
But
makes
why would you
sense.
keep
That makes sense.
here inside of your box? Well, yeah, of course it makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't lock it away. I would put bedside table or something. It's strange to put it in a box in your closet. You
With
know.
120 some odd dollars. That's a lot of money.
It's not that much.
For some of us, that's a lot of money. And she'll kind of get a little nervous with it. She's gonna go set it down on the bed, and
So, what do you think he was into? Did you overhear any of their conversations?
I try not to, eavesdrop too much. Keeper, would she have overheard any of these conversations?
This would be another luck roll.
How lucky is May?
Not that lucky.
Nah, you're never able to catch anything. They were very sort of, to themselves. And of course, it's a busy restaurant. You're darting back and forth.
Yeah, they
She's
were.
the best. So, probably focused on her job.
They were always very, very much to themselves about it. It took me like two trips to even get their names. So, and I don't remember specifics, but there was a mention of like a ledger, I think it was, in the notes, and she'll go and grab the notes she'd been previously looking at and hand them over to Ms. Summers to reference.
Yeah, she looks over them. Do I see a ledger around anywhere or in the papers? Does there anything look like anything that would be a ledger?
Oh yeah. So there's totally financial things there. 128. That's specifically referenced on one of the things you find. About this time, that's when Vera and Alan they come back in. Of course, you're there as well. The thing that really catches your eye now, seeing this body on the ground, seeing the light sort of now shining on him as noon is soon to be here. Another thing here is that big, ornate sort of bookcase that's dividing the body and the bed.
Oh, that's what that is? I
Yeah,
didn't know what that was.
so it's like a big bookcase, and on the front of it, next to the bed, there's like all these carvings of like little cherubs and just fine woodworking that goes up it. But that's what sort of catches your eye as, not too many more options,
Are there any books on there that look strange or out of place, moved? Something that doesn't belong on the bookshelf?
You see all of these like financial books on like there's like some stuff on like real estate there. There's like a myth book. There's another book, The Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud up there. I'll give you this though. Up on the shelf, there is this there.
Ooh.
Lovely.
And you all can see this. this like squid-like, dragon-like humanoid figure sitting on this block. That's what you see.
Oh, that's an interesting knickknack.
Dread fills all of your sort of souls just now noticing this.
Alan's
Well,
gonna take his camera, get up real close to it, and snap a picture of it.
I do see the $128 here marked, so maybe he owes someone, and they came to collect.
Oh.
Everyone, may I please have a spot hidden roll?
Nope.
The name of the show.
Yep.
Ooh, Alan got it though.
Yeah.
Got a success.
He's taking the pictures, so he's paying attention, probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have a viewfinder on this thing or not, but you know your eyes are trained on this shelf. Something sticks out to you. Something sticks out of the bookcase. It is a button
Ooh.
Ooh.
between some books on the bookshelf.
See,
What
I
do you
knew there
do?
was something going to be on there.
I totally ignore the button and walk out of the room. No, of course I'm gonna push it.
I was like,
I
what?
was like, perfect, good. He's gonna survive. As you push the button, you just hear this whoosh, as something slides open. You can even see the bookshelf rock a little bit.
Could I hear where the thing opened?
Sort of right behind the bookshelf.
Is it under the rug?
Yeah, it's under the rug.
It's under the rug.
Well, no,
Mhm.
as you walk around, you'd be able to see that on the back of the bookshelf, that smooth back has now opened, revealing a secret compartment there.
Ooh.
And in this secret compartment is something that would change the lives of you four for the remainder of your lives. And we'll figure out what that is right after our break. We're going to take a short break here.
Of course.
Awesome.
Ah,
Yes, thank you for playing with me here. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you for
look,
watching.
I was just here to see if the guy who takes out my trash is gonna be coming to take out my trash, and now what's happening? Now there's a murder.
Perhaps. And we'll figure that out once we get back. We're going to take a quick, bio break, refill our beverages and such. But we'll be back with some more Call of Cthulhu with these wonderful people here. All right. Peace. And we are back. We're going to jump right back into the action here because right before we left, a button was pushed. A secret compartment opened up. Walking around this bookcase, all you see Vera, Josephine, Alan, and May, you just see that ass looking back at you. It paid me to say that. Okay, no. In the Zoom chat, they thought I was going to say on the bookcase you find a butt, but I said a button. So now we just went with like that's part of the story. In reality,
The chat's like, what?
they're like, wait, what happened? Wait, what are we getting it on? No.
Oh man.
In reality, what you see in this secret compartment, a book. It sits on top of this sort of square that's wrapped in silk cloth, but the book that's on top of it, you can all see it says, A Primer in Greek Vocabulary. There are some sort of receipts that are sticking out from under that book, between that wrapped silk around whatever that is. There's also, next to these things in the secret compartment, is an obsidian knife that looks exactly like the one that was found under Gardiner. Seeing all of these things, what do you do?
Alan's going to go pick up the bloody knife off the ground
Okay. You
and
have
just
that.
bring it over and just really compare them side by side.
No roll required. It's an exact match. The only difference is that one of these has that sort of dried blood on it. The other is completely clean, polished even, shining in that noon bright Providence light.
So I've got a feeling Mr. Gardiner was I don't know, this is just looking a little culty to me. I mean, we got the weird squid dragon thing. We got 2 black knives. I'm assuming the clean one belonged to Mr. Gardiner. This one belonged to the murderer.
What do you mean by this code?
I mean, just looking at the way this man was killed, who stabbed somebody in a spiral pattern? I mean, it looks a little symbolic, don't you think? Plus, we had Greek chanting going on. I mean,
Chanting?
yeah, we spoke to the neighbor down the hall. She said she heard Mr. Gardiner singing or chanting in Greek,
Huh.
or at least she thinks it was Greek.
Oh, wait, no. May's gonna go and grab the book that was
Primer of Greek.
for Greek vocabulary. Is that right?
Yeah.
Just gonna look through it and see if there's any like pages, like any type of bookmarks in it, pages like folds in them, or indication of what's been looked at frequently.
Basically, all of the book has been gone through pretty frequently. You can tell from like the dog ears here. They just lead to just different sort of phonetical type things and everything. There's no sort of weird occult markings, no spirals, nothing like that. Some notes just on pronunciation underlined, highlighted in a way with a different colored pen. But with this, May, I will give you a bonus die on any Greek rolls you make.
Oh.
Having this little extra reference here.
And I think Josephine says, "Do you think you could use that to read the letter?"
Oh, I can try to look against it again, and she'll take the book over and kind of start going back and forth between the letter, the book, see if she can get a better grasp on what the content is.
Okay, yeah. So give me a Greek roll and then a bonus die. Just click the bonus there and it'll give you a little extra, hopefully.
Ooh,
Okay.
on big bonus.
And
It's like you don't have it, I guess. Oh, even worse.
Mm.
That replaces your tens digit there. So again, it's a failure here.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not certain what this is.
Maybe even the Greek that's on this paper here is even like older, predates the book itself. So that's probably why it isn't able to help you. Again, in the secret compartment, there's those sort of receipts and such, and then a square about yay big, I'd say, right here, and it's just wrapped in silk, still in that compartment.
I'll lift the silk up.
Very slowly. This silk is as fine as the silk on Josephine's gloves. The book. And something that you would be able just to kind of quickly translate, no rule required, is the title of the book. It's The Book of Dream Memories. May, you would be able to find that there. But this is the Book of Dream Memories, and it looks a little older than the other tome that you discovered.
On dream memories?
He's got a lot of these. There was one on the book side or bedside table. There was one on the bookshelf on the other side. Maybe he's been having strange dreams. I get them sometimes.
Oh, and May will go up and just reach for that new book and start flipping through it, kind of generally checking through.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll let everybody kind of get in on the action here. Everyone can give me occult rolls, but May, another Greek roll.
Fail.
Okay.
Jeez.
How does an 85 versus 5 sound?
Oh no.
Yikes! Did you do a Greek? Oh!
Nice.
I'm serious.
A Greek roll, and I was a little bit over on the occult roll by 4. I will spend 4 of my luck points and bring myself down to 25 luck points.
Oh, I thought didn't you pass?
I failed the occult check. I passed the.
Oh, got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, perfect. So I'll get 25 luck points.
Awesome. I'll start off with your Greek as you're sort of translating this to your brain. It's a little easier for whatever reason, but the details are confusing in this book as May is scouring through it. Everything you learned, waiting tables, listening to your boss, barking these orders back and forth, is kind of now coalescing into something that might add a little clarity for all of you. The writer of this just transcribing their dreams. And according to them, they make frequent trips to a place he calls the Dream Land. It suggests that this writer was having dreams in which they were reading a dream book. This is their attempt to write down what was seen in that dream book. There's a bookmark placed and gives you instructions on how to enter the dream realm. Now, this page is the same page that was next to the body. Having this context around it clicks for May. I'll give you this. I'll give you a little translation.
Ooh.
If you'd like to read that, May, if possible, if you can.
I call upon Yog-Sothoth to hear my request, the gate and the key. This vessel has been prepared. Empty this body, transport my will, prepare the way to dreams. La Yog-Sothoth, open the gate.
Is Yog-Sothoth that little dude on the bookshelf?
If it is, why would you ever want to go there?
I don't know.
I think.
Huh.
When she says this, does anything happen in the room?
Spot hidden.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
No problem.
I mean, still a fail.
Ah, you're looking around. There's nothing that has changed that you can see. Last note I'll give you from the book is there's a diagram that has like little spirals drawn all over a human body. This suggests that these spirals is something that can like either purify the body or serve as some sort of protective ward, is what you gather from that past occult.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I feel like Mr. Gardiner was trying to like protect himself in some way with this. Like the symbols, and she'll start pointing out where those like diagrams are. Um and I mean this note, empty this body, transport my will. This sounds like it was all self-inflicted.
Think he did this to himself?
You said on the diagram there's multiple spirals drawn on the body?
Mm-hmm.
Where at on the body?
All over.
Okay. Alan's just going to kind of go over and be like, this is going to get a little bit weird. I just need to see. I'm going to start unbuttoning his shirt and checking his chest and his body, see if there's any other spirals that he's carved into himself.
He's covered. Completely covered.
I'm taking my chancla off and I'm gonna throw it at Alan to leave him alone.
The chancla bounces off of your shoulder and you feel it as it stings.
Just leave his body alone.
Look, I'm just checking to look at the book.
Undress him?
Look at his body. Book, body, book, body.
Oh, do
Book,
I have to?
body. He did this to himself.
He wouldn't do such a thing.
Someone do that to themselves.
The only thing there's no spirals on his like face area. They all stop around here. Imagine like Killmonger in Black Panther, like with the scars, like that coverage, but spirals.
May, did he ever wear short sleeves around you, or was he always fully covered?
Thinking back, would May recall if she's ever seen him without like a suit jacket on or anything of that nature?
He's always known for that signature jacket that he's wearing right now, the sweater under it. He's always fully covered.
Out of curiosity, Keeper, have I seen him
Nope.
dressed differently? Okay.
Nope.
Well, why would a proper gentleman ever wear anything other than something that covers them?
Pretty much always been that jacket. And like a sweater. Sometimes a scarf. When it's cold, you know.
I think I've seen that scarf before.
I mean, it seems this big old fascination with dreams. I mean, Miss Summers, you mentioned that you saw a book on his bedside table about dreams.
Mm-hmm. And Josephine will kind of like walk over and hand the other book to May.
Yeah, you're walking over to hand over the book, and you just all hear the dragging sound that interrupts sort of your steps. The mutilated body of the tenant of this room shifts its limbs. First an arm, another arm, starts pushing his body up into standing position. You all look on in horror as his flesh begins to peel from his body, starting at the back of the head as that spiral opens. All the flesh and muscle peeling down, revealing a skull. The round eyes wide looking at you. All those teeth showing in a wicked smile. Now, this banana peel of skin just stops around the neck area. He almost rips out of that jacket and sweater as he gets a little larger and grows, claws extending from his hands. And now, bearing this chest, you see all of those spirals all around the body. And I hate to reference this again, but it's like that scene in Black Panther where the kinetic energy pulses through T'Challa, purple. There is this blue pulse It goes through all of the spirals around Gardiner's body. Sanity roll.
After this, I'd like to throw my chancla at him.
Okay. Yeah,
finally
sanity
succeeded.
roll, then chocolate throw.
I think
I
as
succeeded.
I'm going to like handmade the book, I'm just like behind you.
Oh, nice. Oh, but Alan. Uh-oh.
That's fine. It's fine.
So
That is
sorry.
All the ladies keeping their cool.
Alan, this hurts you a little bit more for you're going to lose 2 points of sanity. Everybody else loses 1. But seeing this unnatural thing, the only thing that just stops your mind from snapping is the fact that you might be able to document this. Maybe this is the thing that puts food on your table. It's the depression. This is wild. This is crazy. But this evil might even save you. We're going to go to Vera with the chancla as this thing reaches a hand out towards you. Give me a throw roll, please, or you can click your chancla, actually.
that chancla.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh,
No.
One of your shoes soars past. It hits the window there. Doosh. Again, that light is now pouring in from behind. It's casting this big shadow in the room as the Gardiner thing leers there. The safety of outside is far, far away. Hopefully the police will be coming soon. Next up, Josephine. Is there anything you would like to do with this Gardiner thing here in the room?
She hands the book to May, and then she's going to grab in her handbag. She has like a Dorothy designer handbag, and she's going to pull out a pistol out of it. She has like a revolver inside of it. She's going to shoot it.
Okay, yeah. So go to your combat sheet and click that revolver.
All right. I think I just hit it. Nope, I missed. Oh no! Hope I don't hit anyone else. What happens when I miss?
Oh yeah, so with this bullet in particular, it's a loud sound that soars past the Gardiner thing, striking Vera's nice walls here. You're gonna have to get that repaired, but it stabs into the wall as it looks around. Back at you. Alan, what would you like to do?
Well, Alan currently has this obsidian knife in his hand.
Okay, yeah.
We're charging this motherfucker.
Yeah!
You two, you're dual wielding them. You've got the bloody one and the other one.
I do. Can I just both of them just go charging at this guy?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll give you 2 attacks. You've got 1 and 1. Those will do we'll roll your brawl. And then they'll each do a D4.
Okay. First one's a miss.
Yep.
Second one.
Oh!
Can I use 14 luck points to make the second one hit?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll do that.
So you have that bright obsidian blade. Where are you gonna stab this? Tell me what that's like. What are you doing?
Yeah, so Alan's just got one knife up in each hand, just screaming bloody murder, charging directly at this guy. Goes in with the left one, missing completely, and he'll just kind of slash back across the chest with his right arm, just kind of like doing a right hook with it.
Yeah. Give me roll the D4.
D4, all right. 3 points.
3 points. So you're slashing across the chest, and as you do that, everybody can see almost that blue energy pulse across exactly where Alan sliced across. This thing seems not to be fazed by it, almost as if wind just blew across its chest. It is undeterred from your strike. Now, May, what would you like to do?
Well, May pretty much just got handed a book because her back was to this creature. Suddenly sound of a gunfire, turns around, sees this creature, drops the book she's holding. Is that giant, like that statue that he had, is that still on the shelf behind her?
Oh yeah, that's still over there for sure.
She's just going to grab it and just chuck it at him.
Okay, a throw, please.
Oh, nope. I definitely miss.
All right, cool. Yeah, again, this thing travels across the room, slams against the wall, clink, and then breaking a little into like two separate pieces as it hits the ground. Next up, this thing is coming from who has the book? I should ask.
Who dropped it?
It's on the ground in front of
It's
me.
on the ground now.
Gotcha. Cool. So it's gonna use its whole turn here to rush and try to grab that book.
Wait, which book are you talking about, actually?
The book that was wrapped in silk.
Oh, that's still on the whatever. We didn't take that. We didn't
Okay,
take it.
cool. So it's going directly for that secret compartment, and it's trying to reach in there and grab that book. It's gonna use its whole turn to do that. As it sort of breaks past you, reaching in, try to scramble up and get this book and bring it close to his chest.
Ooh. Would he have to be getting past May in order to do that if she were right in front of it?
Yeah, so it's even trying to like just push past you and go do that.
Ew. Okay.
Is there a kitchen anywhere nearby? Any sort of kitchen utensils?
There's a joint kitchen that everybody kind of shares. It's on the first floor.
I'm gonna run out the room for a second.
All right, cool, awesome. Yeah, so give me a dex roll. We'll see how quickly this will happen.
Oh, which one? Let's click that.
Dex
See
up,
what happens.
yeah.
Nope, that's initiative. Just kidding. Oh, let's do that.
Roll
There we
initiative.
go.
Okay, cool. Noted. So Vera is making her way out of the room as this thing now grabs the book. Josephine, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot at it again.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Let's fire some shots. Hard success.
Oh, hard success.
Tell me what that looks like as you're shooting it.
She just aims like straight at its head and tries to shoot at it.
Awesome. So you're aiming for the head,
Like,
for
but
that
also
skull.
trying to avoid hitting May.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, this is a good ass shot. Ain't no missing the head. As it soars straight and just like sort of fractures that skull as you see like it splinters up the side of like the orbital over here from your gunshot. And it like it almost screams in pain as it stumbles back. Its one hand with the claws clutches its face as the other hand just grabs the book as it stumbles back.
And
Alan!
Josephine will kind of shout like,
Yeah.
"It's trying to grab the book."
Alan would like to run over, try to jump onto this thing's back,
Yeah.
and just take the knife and just start stabbing it right into its head where it got shot.
Okay, nice. Please do that. Please roll your brawl.
Oh no.
Dude, Alan is a savage. He's just like,
Yo, he's coming at it.
Okay.
Oh! No, so you're going around to
Oh,
get up on the
no.
back of it. You're going to go in and stab, but no, it like kind of does that and just sends you flying back. It almost has inhuman strength as, you just kind of land up against the wall. You barely catch yourself as you're backed up against it, but you still have that obsidian blade, and you have a target in sight. May.
After hearing Miss Summers declare he's trying to take the book, she wants to take that book from him. So, against every single ounce of her, like, the back of her mind saying, don't go near this thing, she's going to run up to this thing and try to take the book from it.
Yeah. So if you will give me a, let's see, strength roll.
Ooh. That's
So-
tough.
"Jeez."
So
Oh
your
my
hands
God.
touch the book.
Uh-huh.
Its hand is clutched around it. And no matter how much strength you have, this thing is not letting it go. And it just looks at you like this. It doesn't try to break eye contact with you as you're trying to take the book. Instead, it takes the hand down. You can see almost like fragments of like brain inside pulsing as it takes the claw and goes to slash at you, May. In its pain, it kind of just more is like like a fan away as it stumbles back again with the book. Vera is downstairs, just making her way down the stairs. You even pass Tomas, and he says, "Mommy, they're coming. They're on their way."
Get me a cigarette now.
Yes, and he runs and goes and gets your cigarette. Next up, Josephine. The cigarette. I love it.
I think Josephine's gonna like try to aim the weapon at the hand of this creature that's like holding on to the book.
Yeah.
And as she's doing this, she's just gonna be like, "This reminds me of episode 35. It didn't end well." And she's gonna shoot. She's gonna.
Oi.
Oh my goodness. May, give me a luck roll.
Oh no.
Right in here, engaged with this creature.
And I just lost a lot of my
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness, critical.
success.
I was like, if I kill May, that's gonna be the
Just-
saddest thing ever.
Okay, here's what happens. May just moves out of the way. This bullet just by like an inch soars past her. Instead, it goes into the leg of this creature, with May like flipping out of the way. This hits the creature. But now with this heavy hit of this bullet, you see from the knee all the way up that pulsing blue energy as it almost seems empowered, not feeling it at all. But you did hit it there. It was just your turn, May, right? No, or it was Josephine, yeah. Yeah, so
I
yeah.
just shot May almost.
Yeah. Alan, your turn.
All right. After Alan's been thrown back up against this wall, he's getting really pissed at this guy. So he takes his little newsboy cap, flips it backwards, knives out, and we're fucking charging this guy again.
Oh, yeah.
I jump on his back and just stab it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So you're trying to get up there again, but it's just moving too quick as you're trying to make that ascent, it's literally making its way backwards towards you again, fanning away, with just like almost like a backwards tackle it's making towards you again. You're losing your footing again. May.
Oh wow. I don't think that us trying to shoot it's helping, but you did really good, and she's gonna try to grab that book again.
All right, strength. Nope, it does not, as it keeps holding on, clutching. I rolled a hard success versus your
Yeah.
success. It's going to slash at you again. Wow. It slashes at you and it just soars past again. This thing is not hitting you with its claw there. Coming back up the stairs with a knife is Vera. And you're passing your door now just in time for Tomas. He just has a hand sticking out of the door. That's all you can see is the hand. And in it is a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lighter that comes out of the bottom of it with his other hand.
Just charge it like he knows the walk of his mom when she's pissed.
Yep.
And like grabs a cigarette, puts it on the side of her mouth, and it's like just totally hanging there as like waiting for him to light it, and just keeps walking back to the door.
Lights it. Yeah, he lights it there. Okay. Yeah. So now it's being lit as you're coming into the door. You'll be able to move on the next round, or you do whatever you would like to do with this knife.
I just tell Tomas to go back inside and lock the door.
Yes. And the police are coming too. The sirens, they'll be here shortly. And he leaves. Josephine.
Josephine kind of looks over at May and is like, what do you want me to do? Because she's like, the gun's not doing anything. She's like, what do you want me to do?
May I get the book, maybe? And she's struggling and like dodging from getting hit.
She shoves the pistol or revolver back into her purse, and she's just gonna go try to grab the book.
Strength.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's a bad shot.
Extreme success. So the way that this thing is just clutching it, it sees you coming towards it. It's just gonna take the back of its arm and go directly into your face with an attack.
Not the moneymaker.
But it soars and just knocks your hat off. You did a failure there. This is a whole bunch of just some misses right now. This is crazy. Next up, Alan.
Double knife attack. Let's try to stab this guy.
2. Yeah, 2 brawls.
Oh my god.
We're gonna die. Oh, no.
Okay, where's that damn cocaine at?
It's on the bedside table.
I was just like, May.
This is gonna sound crazy. May's just gonna try to tackle this thing. Try to knock it off his feet.
Yep.
Is
Brawl.
that a strength brawl? Oh dear. Oh, no, not well. That's a failure.
This is desperate times, and in the distance you can just hear, beyond the groans and screams of this creature from the beyond, you start hearing sirens coming up. They start off as they're coming from down the road here. You know Providence, right? It's passing Billy's Rugs, it's passing the Magnolia Bakery, and it's making its way to Moss Shanks' boarding house. Okay, this creature, again, it's going to turn around and try to strike at Alan. Fighting. Extreme success. So extreme damage. So that'll be 8 total.
Who did you pay off?
As this thing puts its claws through your shoulder.
So, keeper.
Yep.
That brings me down to 3 hit points.
Oh.
Fantastic. As you can feel the sting of these claws as the blood just seeps around the fingers before dripping down. You can feel all of this as it looks at you like that. And then takes it back out, bleeding and bleeding. Vera, you see this. You have a knife, you have 1 shoe. What do you do? All right.
I'm going to charge it and try to cut its arm off
Okay.
with my butcher knife.
God, I hope this works.
Ah!
Your knife just bounces off of that blue energy. It's almost like this protective ward that's completely covering its body here. All of these attacks, the bullet, the knife across the chest, trying to cut off the arm. Nah, this energy is protecting it completely wherever it has these spirals in flesh. As the skull still smiles. We're gonna go back around. The police are almost here, Josephine.
Josephine kind of looking at this creature as it knocked her hat off, goes into super angry mode because she's just like, oh, I just bought that hat. And she kind of goes into an instinctual stance that when she was in her movies, the combat stance that she had learned. And she's just gonna try to drop kick the book out of the creature's hand and punch it.
May I have an acting roll?
Yes.
Yes!
You are back there. You're back there on set as Josephine goes to kick this book. As this thing is glaring, leering at Vera, it has sort of a looser grip as you hit the corner of that book. Give me a luck roll, Josephine.
Okay. Extreme success. Ah!
You hear this before you even realize what had happened. You hear the glass shatter as the book soars through the window here. Glass shattering, raining down these small crystals on the room, raining down on the body, some on you, as this force of the book breaks the window. the Gardiner thing
Oh,
turns.
Vera's gonna be mad at me.
No. Here's the thing. It's not even looking at you. Its eyes
No,
are
I said
fixed.
Vera's gonna be mad at me, not the creature.
Vera.
Breaking windows, shooting walls.
Yo, it's broken completely, Vera. This is pretty expensive.
This is coming out of your deposit.
It's gone. It's gone, and the creature turns and charges after it. What wasn't broken by the book is broken by the creature as it dives through the window off the 3rd story here to the ground. You all see this happen, and for the next few seconds, all you hear from the police cars outside are the sirens and the gunfire at this thing. Before all goes quiet, outside lays, once again, this body that was reanimated. It's now dead again. Holes all through the cracked skull that smiles no longer. You see this. What do? You're out of comment.
I turned to mainly the ladies. Did you see how he looked at me? I could see him inside there. He still loves me. We have to do something.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Miss Vargas, I'm sorry. Were you involved with Mr. Gardiner?
In some ways, I mean, he didn't act like it at times, or he wouldn't show his affections. But I knew he loves me. Did you see the look?
I'm sure Mr. Gardiner cared about you, Ms. Vargas, but that didn't look like Mr. Gardiner anymore.
But it was him. I saw it in his eyes.
The only thing I saw was that he was going to kill us all.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Shuman, are you okay?
Yeah, Alan's just gonna be taking the pillowcase off the pillow and putting pressure on these giant slash wounds he currently has through his chest to try to stop himself from bleeding out right here.
Yeah.
Josephine's gonna put her arms on, her hands on Vera's shoulders and kind of motion her to look back down the window, and she's like, "That is not him."
Okay, if you say so. Mr. Shuman, do you need help?
You got Band-Aids or something?
Everybody can first aid if you would like.
Where's that cocaine at? You get a hit of that too.
Nope.
Josephine.
Damn.
We'll take it. So add 2 points to your HP. It doesn't matter much right now, but I'll tell you, with those first aids, it did save your life. They were able to stop the bleeding until you were able to get to a hospital. If that would have failed, who knows what would have happened to Alan. But that's the thing here. You all survived. Josephine, Vera, May, Alan. You all knew Mr. Gardiner, some closer than others, some more distant than others. But over the following weeks, you kind of pieced together the truth of this whole bloody ordeal. Mr. Gardiner experienced a very vivid dream life, but soon these dreams faded. They stopped coming. So he sought out occult solutions, books, banned books, mysterious, expensive knives and items that only the unsavory types could track down and procure. He thought that he found a solution in one of these spell tomes that would open up a way for him to return to this dreamland. Unfortunately, the spell and the book were cursed. This strange entity from another world tricked Gardiner into performing these rituals in the tome. Once prepared, he would serve as a vessel for this thing that you all fought and defeated. This showed you another another avenue into something dark in this world. Where does that all lead you? You are now all changed people from the moment before you walked through that door. May, being a changed person now, what does your immediate, or your weeks, your months, what does your next years even look like? Where do you go from here?
I would say that May tried in the following weeks as best possible to kind of just repress that entire experience, kind of ignore it, don't look down that hallway, and just go to work, not look at the place he'd sit, but then eventually realize that there was a lot more that would probably lead her to try to learn more about it, whether it be listening in at more tables, especially with the people he'd been in contact with, or even finding a new scenery.
Give me a listen roll, please.
Oh.
You want to keep it? A failure?
What the heck? I only have so many luck points left. I'll go ahead and keep them.
As you're there at work, you see the steam rise up off of a half-drinking cup of coffee there on the table. As Steven there starts whispering. Yeah, we got another shipment in. We're going to take him down to Arkham, to Abner Wick. He's a dealer down there. Perhaps he can tell us what we got. But whatever it is, I'm sure we can get a good price off of it. As he talks to his associate there. But the only thing is, you can't look into this little idol's eyes for too long. We lost about a dozen guys that made that mistake. We can't let anybody know about this. This is our little secret. In this moment, you learn that things are larger than our puny little existence. Things are being traded. Things soon to be opened up. And what can we do? Alan, what is the next few days, weeks, years? What does that look like for you?
So in his time recovering from this massive ass wound, Alan spends a lot of time at his typewriter, typing up letters to his loved ones back on the West Coast, to his parents, just letting them know that he's okay, he's alive and well, and investigating some very interesting things, not giving away all the details, just interesting phenomena that he's now stumbled upon. Telling them about his new acquaintances, friends in this area. And after taking some time to heal up, he'll continue his journey towards Massachusetts. After now seeing this type of activity here in Rhode Island, he really has such a hunger and curiosity to see what happened to those witches back then. To see if that's going to be his big break.
There is a knock at your door one night while you're typing. What do you do?
At the door.
You open it, you see a young woman of about 27, those big, like hazel eyes there. The former Mrs. Madeira. So you said you were heading out to Massachusetts.
Oh, that's the plan. Why do you ask?
I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot, but I didn't know quite how to talk to you, and now knowing that you're going, I feel like that now is, the time to tell you this. Josephine, what does the next days, weeks, months, years look like for you?
I want to know. Okay. I think Josephine realizes that, life is short. Gotta live it. Um, and she was kind of hiding out here for so long, trying to like hide her past. When she realized like all of that experience kind of helped her through this weird whatever she just dealt with these people. Um, and it kind of inspires her to like try to get back into her acting career.
Give me a luck roll.
20. Hard success.
You go on to become one of the biggest stars of your time. Not many people are able to make the transition from the talkies on the radio to the silver screen. But it takes you out of Providence, out of Moss Shanks' boarding house, back over to Hollywood, where people sing your praises, where the story of those clones in the imaginations of the country turns into a phenomenon. But despite that, every time someone asks for an autograph, showing you a picture of yourself with your former co-star, you can't help but to think of the Gardiner thing that almost took your life. Vera, the landlady. What does the next days, weeks, months, years look like for you and Tomas?
So I think in the following days, Vera is patching up the room that Gardner had inhabited, cleaning up all of the blood, answering whatever questions that the investigators and police had about what they had seen. I think Vera did her best to shield Tomas as best as possible. Definitely went back to church almost every other day. Make sure that everything was okay. I think in the coming years, though, she starts collecting a lot of books on psychology and dreaming, but she also collects pictures of Josephine that she has on her wall. She has notes or letters from Alan from his travels, even some coffee stained napkins that may have brought back from other passerbyers, and they're all kind of in this like weird collection on her wall, and you can kind of see like red thread across some
She
of them.
still thinks one of us did it.
And there's just a lot of Freudian books, because something that she never told anybody, that when she lived in Cuba, she actually was studying psychology. And new Freudian theories and stuff like that. So she came to America to actually learn a little bit more about therapy, and that's how she got into Moss Shank's place, so she can make some money, so she can continue her education. So lots of books everywhere, protecting her son, and going to church a lot, and trying to draw a conspiracy board.
With this conspiracy board, it takes up a lot of your time, takes up a lot of your energy. This is something you pour over and over and over. But at the end of a long day, you kiss your son goodnight, and drift off to peaceful sleep. Give me a power roll.
Power
Oh,
roll.
that doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
It does not work.
As you drift off to sleep, your eyes open. You're in the presence of these two sage-like figures. They wear almost Egyptian headdresses as they look at you stoically. They gesture to the stone table full of gifts. There are fires and these torches that line the stone room. They look at you. You are worthy. Welcome to the Dreamlands. As they gesture behind them to stairs that go down and down and down and down. And that is the Dead Border. Woo! That was awesome! Y'all are spectacular.
I don't know what she said to him.
In my head, in my head, she was hitting on him. She wanted a fresh start. She wanted him to take her to
That's what I thought
Massachusetts.
too.
Totally.
That's where I was going with that. Oh my god. Thank you all for playing with me. I had a great time. Please, we're gonna go around the horn here just really quickly once more. Please tell us where we can, all find you if you have anything coming up soon. Yeah, plug that, please. We'll start closest to me, Josephine, aka Margaret.
Hi, you can find me at Margaret Krohn in all of the places. Super easy to find me. I have a lot of stuff going on, so if you're interested in checking it out, just follow me there and I'll keep you up to date on what's going on. And I make video games for a living. My game just went into Alpha 1. If you want to check it out, it's Ashes of Creation and at Ashes of Creation in all of the places.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Next up, Cynthia Marie.
Hey y'all, Cynthia Marie here. You can catch me on Twitter at Syndancer or Instagram Cynthia__Marie. I am going to be on a charity stream tomorrow. It's going to be twitch.tv/The Adventurers Pack, where I level up my nerd cred by playing Magic the Gathering for the very first time since elementary school. Like, I'm scared because I have no idea what I'm doing. So if you want to see me make a fool of myself and donate to a really great cause, there's 2 causes that are going on. Stay tuned to that show. One of the causes our local comic shop got broken into, so we're trying to help raise some money to help with the offset some of the costs. The rest of the proceeds are going to be going to local schools to teach some of the local programs about Magic the Gathering. So we'll be sending care packages to other schools to give them some magic stuff. So please stay tuned, toss us some money, or at least see me make a fool of myself trying to play Magic the Gathering. Otherwise, LA by Night Season 5 is coming up. If you like vampire, you like horror, you like some spooky politics, stay tuned. It is going to be coming out in September. I'm really excited because we've been holding for a year because, pandemic. Otherwise, I'm just all over the place. Come join me. Oh, I play on the Nightlife too. That's on another channel on Twitch. That's another vampire game. Just go look at the socials. I do a lot of games. This was fabulous. I'm so happy to play with everybody. And Margaret, so nice to meet you. It is awesome. London, holy crap, you're an incredible storyteller. And of course, Bree and Nate, homies for life with Call of Cthulhu. So I love you all. This was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Nate.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Nate. You can find me on Instagram at dungeonmaster_discussions. Yes, London, thank you. First of all, thank you for this wonderful experience. Thank you, Breanna, Cynthia, and Margaret for being awesome fellow investigators. You can also find me doing a couple upcoming things over on the initiative order. We have a super busy weekend planned this weekend specifically, which I believe Bree and London have some stuff they're going to be involved in. But for me personally, I am starting a brand new campaign on Sunday at 12 p.m. PST. We are going to be exploring the world of Symbaroum. So it's this really cool dark fantasy D20 system created by Free League. I've got an amazing cast lined up for it. We got a lot of cool stuff planned for it. So check us out if you're free.
Next up, Bree.
You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Breanna Flaim. Again, the thank yous all around because this was so fun, so crazy. I'm really glad none of us died. I thought we were going to for a minute there. But like Nathan mentioned, we have some stuff coming up on the initiative order this weekend. Specifically, I'll be running a game of Vaccin at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time this coming Saturday. It's a Nordic horror role-play system, and I've got an awesome group lined up for it. We'll be posting across the social. So if
and Hudson.
Oh, and Hudson, yes, of course. So everyone here at Spot Hidden already knows Huddy Hubs. And he is going to finally be one of my players because he did not ignore my Instagram message. This time, I'm going to give him the hard time for life. So, but yes, please, if you have a chance, stop by, check it out. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be spooky, awesome, fun time.
Awesome. And of course, I'm London Carlisle. You can find me on Twitter at London Carlisle. I'm going to be playing with the initiative order tomorrow night for the Alien RPG. Other than that, every Wednesday for the next 9 Wednesdays, I'm playing Pathfinder with a great group on the official Paizo channel. Xander Jeanneray, Michelle Wynn Bradley, Bonnie Gordon, Jason Bullmon's running the game. It's really fun. So please come over there and check us out. Also, coming up next month, I'm going to be running like a little mini campaign on Stream of Blood. So that's fun if you also like the spooky times. I'm thinking it'll be some 5e action as well. So gear up for that. I think that's all I have. Shout out to Chaosium. Shout out to these wonderful people here. And we shall wish you all a good night. Stay spooky.